Okay, this video is, excuse me, is really all about nothing. I mean, seriously, it's nothing. I mean, what's in between the hearts? What's there? What do you see? There's something there. I mean, the rest of the card is there. They're all attached to the same thing. Actually, the hearts are inside the white. So what's there? Inside the space that's empty is all the hearts that you see. 2, 1, 2. Do you ever see 3 in a row? There's never 3 in a row. How do you get 3 in a row? Your spirit is inside of you. Is your heart in your pocket? Do you have to attach your heart every day? No, you get up every day. From where? From your bed. Where did you go? At night, into your bed. So the first and the last thing you did was got up from your bed and went into your bed. Got up from your bed and went into your bed. One of them is an action 3. The other one is a 9. But the omega, the egg of the whole story, is the bed. And what you did, the egg is the story. The center of your screen of what you see is a blank space. Because it's square, your vision is not square. If your vision was square, you wouldn't see too well. Our vision is all rounded out. So what you see in the space is the omega. The omega is the 6. It means 2 sides of the story came together to make one. 2 parts of the egg, the angel and the man, the spirit inside that connect the 2. 3 become 2. 0. Number 64. It's a 4, 6, 10, 10. You understand a 4, 6, 10, 10? You're not always going to do a 4, 6, 10, 10. You're going to do a 6, 1 or a 6, 2 because it's the 1 spirit or it's the 2 spirit that you're running with. If you said 3, it would be both of them. If you said 4, you're just talking about 10, 10, the angle of your life, the angel of your connection, the REM sleep of the dream sleep you are in, because REM backwards is the mare and mare is mother. It's also mercredi, meaning Wednesday. You know why Wednesday is 8 days a week and a hop day? Because both the spirit and the soul, they meet on that day. It's not a day of prayer where you meet alpha or beta, but it's a day to jump over on the day of the Thursday. The 5th day of the week cycle of the 4th day of the week, of the second to last day of the week, but the third to last day from the week cycle. It's actually right next to Friday and next to Wednesday. It's in between the 2 days. What a day that is. From the day you had no money to the day you got your paycheck to the next day you go to work, you're feeling good. Saturday and Sunday, and you strain it out for Monday and Tuesday. And I'll reckon to know that on Wednesday, you're always feeling a little bit better. God and money work together. His symbol of spirit, his symbol of soul, the striking of the line, okay, is a spirit marked line. Line is 11. Why does it say 11? Because it means on the left and on the right you see, but is the one that's in the center that you don't see that connects the 2 sides. 11 is always 111. 66 is always 666. I'm not going to forget about 0, okay? But what I'm going to try and show right now, if I can see this, do I have this here? Did I write it in this book? I found a little reason that the Mayans call the 52-year cycle and the 52 that they work with all the time. And I wrote it down here. I wish I can find it. Wow. I'd write it out again, but it's not going to come out. It has to do with the 7th gate, okay? In order to get into the 7th gate, you must come in through Venus. Venus is number 2, okay? When you get into the 7th gate, okay, and the reason that it makes up for the 7th gate is because you're actually inside the omega egg. So it's 70. So when you see 70, you understand it a different way, because God alone is the 7. But now he's in this world, so it's 10 to everything. That's why that X planet is coming. That's 24, that X planet, because it's living, and 2 and 4 is the X, and 2 and 4, okay, is 6. 6th letter is F. 12th, 15th letter is O. 24th letter is X. That's the fox, the dwarf planet that's coming. Why do I know these numbers? Let me tell you one thing. I constantly go over the same number and change the story. Not only sometimes am I wrong, but I get to correct myself in where my correction makes my hypothesis even more stronger. So when I was wrong, at least it kept the memory to never fade away from the thought of that moment. So being wrong saves that thought in a whole new category. So the more often we're wrong, the more often we get to save that thought and correct it. And then once we correct it, it should be a part of who we are. So we were talking about nothing, okay, and 0. 0 is omega, okay. The alphabet is also split apart, because the minute you get to L, which is the 12th, 1, 2 dice, okay, M is the next one. It's the 13th. It's like saying, let's go from A to M, meaning A was the beginning and M is the beginning of the next 6. A to M, when you write it out, well, everybody knows when you write out A to M, it says atom, A-T-O-M. So now you go to M, and then you go to R, because that's 18. In that category, category number 3, okay, which actually gets put in the center, you know, man is on the outside, number 3. But in order to live, he's got to be put in the center. But he's got to be so well protected that he's in the center of this. And Earth would be here, or here, or here, or here. We're not anywhere near there. Now the question comes like this. God is automatically 1 and 3 regardless. He must be on the Rubik's Cube on top and the Rubik's Cube on bottom in the corners. He must be who he is as 1 and 3. Therefore, we cannot exist. We can only exist as close as Mars at the most. And then Mars is opposite of Saturn. And Saturn has 61 moons, which is the one spirit of the 6 islands. And 6 is back to Saturn. Anyways, let me show you what I found. I liked what I found, so I'm going to take my time and look for it. Another thing I came across is that part of pi right at the beginning. It says like cadeau, D-A-E, the car manufacturer, if you can look it up. It also says noix, which means the nut, the nutcracker. Another thing that was really funny, listen to this. Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz? What does that mean? Won't you buy me? Okay? Come by me within the night that I sleep, in my REM sleep. Bring me a good dream. Because backwards it says a dream. A silver dream means the Matrix. It means give me a nice story when I go to bed. It doesn't really talk about a car at all. My friends all drive Porsches. The one spirit of the Omega Egg, SCH. They have good feelings, but they drive Porsches because the good feelings they have is that S in the Porsche, SCH. Very, very strong feeling on it. Money has very, very strong resemblance to the Spirit of God. I'll tell you that. Very, very close. So I wanted to get on to this. Where is this? I don't know if I showed you in the other one. When you put down your checkers and you're finished with your checkers, you're left with open here and open here. U, it says U-S. And this says Q-O. Q-O. I have to figure out what the letter in the middle. It's Q-U-Ho. Us, Q-U-Ho. What this means is these are the empty letters that are not, that don't have a point on them, that are left open. The same thing on this side. And if you take a look, it creates the letter F. The open letters create a letter F here. And the same thing on this side, and the same thing on this side, and the same thing on this side. So it ends up that the game is actually going this way and this way, while you're fighting this way and this way. So that's the game of checkers. So anyways, I didn't find it. So what it is 25, 6, 25 is the 2 and 5 on your telephone to come into this world as 7. You are 6 man as 2 and 4. And the 2 and 4 comes from here. 2 and 4 comes from here. 1, 2, 1. 1, 4, 1. 1, 4, 1. This is the 7th gate. This is the Mug and David. May check it out properly. These are streets, my friends. And this is the tic-tac-toe right inside of the Mug and David. This is down here because I flipped this one from up here down here. You flip this side up here, and you get the creation of the first 8. This will turn into a sideways 8. You do it one time down here, and you actually create the world right here. The sides fold in, okay, to create the, remember I told you 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, because the sides come in, okay? Either they both come in and make one center, or they both stay out. They work together. So you make 2 of them. So this would be the 2, and this would be the 5. So when it flips over, you have 2, 5 creating the 7. And then the same thing for the underworld, and you're creating the world of Omega, right? The 15th letter. Omega is what it's all about. 1 plus 5 equals 6. So now you got Omega 6 inside the 2-5 gate, the 6 of the 2-5 gate, 25, 6, 25. Anyways, I can probably go over this over and over and over and over. All kinds of funny things, especially in Greek, okay? Because when you start saying things backwards, using the letter A, for example, if I say, let me see what I can use for an A, apple, okay? So I'm going to say the A to the P, okay? The A that's next to the P, I'm going to say it. A to the P letter. Or I'm going to write it. Or I'm going to write it. A to P. That's the way I write it. Talking about pi now. Too much. Pi, an angel who's stuck. So what I'm trying to get to, it tells a story within. All I'm going is to the letter P. So from A to P, do you know how far it is? $15. 15 letters. From A plus 15 is 16. P is the 16th letter. 1 plus 6 equals 7. Okay? 15th letter as one single letter A, as a double letter of E. A and E will now equal F. So this is your first letter. That's an even. That's a 6. The only way to create this 6 is with B, and it's not there, and D. Those are the only other 2 letters that will create that 6. B and D. 2 and 4. 1 and 5, 2 and 4. And if you go get a set of dice, take a look at them. The only way to get it is with B and D, or with E and A. And you can't do it any other way. You go to the crap table, and that's your chance. Take your chance. Okay, we'll end it here. I'm not going to try to stretch it out. There's a lot of things you can go. Like if I said to you, go from A to D. Go from R to 2. Go D to 2. R to 2, D to 2, R2, D2. You know, it's just a combination of electrical wiring. Where do you think they get all these ideas? They see an electrical wiring and go, oh, 1 to 8, 8 to 1, 2 to 5, third level, third color, red on blue. We're playing pool, there's 9 balls, but it's the 9th ball is on the other side, but he's got a chance and I got a chance. So if he knocks the first one in or I knock the first one in, I'm still only 8 away. Actually, it's 7 away then, unless he knocks the ball in first. And if we're down at the racetrack, they usually run more than 2 horses. But if you want to really check things out, why don't you check out what they do at the poker table or at the crap table? How many people can squeeze around? How many chips do they have? For what reason? What is the design of the table? Anyways, right now, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go do a fool around with a crop circle. I have a good idea of something. So here's the one at the end. From O to X. This is what the game's all about. These are 2 crossing sticks. These are like candy canes, my friend. If you don't know what Christmas is all about, where did I put those candy canes? Here. You don't know what Christmas is all about? It's all about the Latter-day Saints. The letters, then the better that you know them, then the more saints and understanding it will be to you. Everything about Christmas is true. From the balls to the lights to the Santa Claus, all true. I'm Jewish, but this is all true. Okay, these are things that happened in the matrix system while he was building it, and they're all part of expression, okay, of old Saint Nick. Nick, 593. Do you know what that is, 593? That is the in-between to every 39 you can get. 3 by 9 is 27. 3 and 9 is 12. 27 and 12 is 39. 3 and 9 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 and 39 is 42. And if I start calculating all the way up, that is all about creation, my friends. That is all about creation, my friends. I don't remember exactly what I said. I'm sorry. I will be honest with you, but I am so sure of it. Oh my God. I'm so sure of it. I'm so sure about it. Christmas is true. This is all true, my friends. This is all true. Now, I told you some numbers, and I want to know why I said those numbers. I know they were true. I saw them clear as day, and when I try to look up at the camera and make a story, I start to lose myself. When I'm really focused, I don't look at the camera. Cigarettes backwards. Mistake number 2. Mistake number 3, it's already happened. I'm going to light it up. It's already a mistake. 2 and 3 go together. What's the first one? Picked up the cigarette. What's next? 2, 3. And that was a performance by the Beta Creation. I am actually smoking what? Because at the end it'll be nothing. It'll actually look like nothing, but is it nothing? What number can I give the end of my cigarette butt? When I throw half away and half is ingested, the rest goes into space. What am I, sharing with God? Holy shit. No wonder I'm smoking so much lately. Take the pipe out of your mouth. Are you on Nibiru? I want to know what time you're coming in. You're arriving next week on a what? On a shuttle bus. So there's going to be like some earthquakes? Yeah. Cool. And what happens after that? You got to wait till the end of July. Why? Because it's the 7th month and it's a special month. Why? Because the 7th month, on the 7th day of the 1st week of the 7th week of the 7th day of the 3rd week of the 7th day of the 4th week of the 7th day, you got 5 7s to start the month, and this year you might have an extra one. 6 7s equals 42. Do you remember what I told you before? 39 and 3 is 42. 42 is man. 2, the north and south points of the Magen David, and 4, 2 to the east and 2 to the west. Man lives in the Middle East. The Mediterranean must not be infiltrated. There is something there. The gods will go there. These planets must go there. They must. There is something in the north and there is something in the Middle East. Okay? And I can't tell you what it is, but in all my work, the Baltic, and the Mediterranean are the two strands of Roddick's turbine. One starts in the Mediterranean. One starts and ends in the Baltic. And that's what this whole world is going around right now. I think that's what Roddick's thinking. He's got to include that whatever he's created exists around this earth. And what's inside the middle of it is the earth, and it's inside its donut. And it's generating all the time through the earth, constantly. I know nothing about science. I passed school with a grade less than 37, but more than 35. I was created, and I entered into the world of production. They said I'd be fine in line. They called me a 9, and I called in sick. So they called me 7 and didn't let me inside the gate, but when they did let me in, I was just like the rest. Just a 5. Just alive like a 5. Like a lineman and a 9. Just working for them down the line so I can go home and get the 7th gate spirit back into my hands. You see, in man, it's one spirit, and his life is the 6 islands. But in life is one spirit, and his 6 go together. It's money. It's the exchange of something, okay, that can give you a capability to be fair and square with everybody. That's all it's supposed to be. Like I said in some videos before, I think half the people shouldn't be in jail. They should wear these special bracelets that if they do something that they're not supposed to do, it'll squeeze their hand. It'll automatically allow them to buy food every single day, the bracelet. They never have to have money, so they can't use money. So if they steal money, it's no good. If they steal jewelry, it's no good because they're not allowed to use it. The bracelet lets them have 30, 40 bucks a day. So every single day they can buy smokes and live forever and ever and ever. They can live off the government's back, but that's okay because what they did to us, my friends, the amount of money they stole from us, we can pay them for the rest of their lives, and we can put another 1 million people on welfare just on them, and it wouldn't even dent their pockets. So all these people should have these bracelets and let them hang around, do what they want, right? But now we're going to have to be a little sharper on the businesses in certain places. The freedom will still be there, but we have to remove it from those who shouldn't be there. And if they want to infiltrate, well, we'll catch them by satellite. If they're in a place where they shouldn't be with the bracelets, well, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You take the bracelet off, you lock them up behind the door, and you spend 40 grand a year. Instead of letting them walk around on $39.99 a day, and they can't do anything. They're not allowed to beg because the money's no good. They're not allowed to use money, these people. Only real beggars can use the money. You know what I'm saying? The dwarf star, rogue, red, the 15 omega ball, the 7th gate, both the same color, both rogue. So the 6 pockets of pool come up. They're playing for 50 cents. They put the 50 cents in. The balls come out one side. The cue ball comes out the other. So they separate the queen from the rest of the omegas. And the game begins. What ball will you search out, and for what reason now do you have to play pool? Do the colors match? Red and yellow. Oh, what a pretty color, isn't it? Those banana boomerangs, eh? So where were we? Who am I? I am with my staff. The only one that works for me, this is all my staff. She's good. She keeps me comfort. I can wear her in the back. I can wear her in the front. If I'm having trouble with my seahorse backbone, then I'll stand her by my side as a spirit. The end spirit, because I only have one stick. For the other stick is in the strength of my arm. She shall be one alone. I shall be the V beside her, the life. I am 22. She is 1. Together we are 23. Let us walk and see what Moses had to say. But wait, they saw the man with the stick, and as he went by, they trapped him and said, no, the Christ cannot come back. He's come back with the bar of Christ, which is now the powerful element of Moses. Has Moses come back? Where is he? Is he on the planet Nibiru? When will he come back?